This is Nahant, Massachusetts, a small seaside town with a coyote problem so big that USDA sharpshooters have been brought in to help control the population. But is it working?
It's a great, tiny little community.
The simplicity of the sound is what first drew Chris Delgado in. But the place he calls home has now become home to heartbreak.
Yeah, it was right over in this park over here, this side of the park here.
Delgado was on a walk with his silky terrier JJ last month when the two were surrounded by coyotes.
And I just hear him scream, and I turned, and there was a coyote at him.
JJ made it to the vet, where doctors determined he had a punctured lung.
They said you should come in to say goodbye, which was just horrible.
I mean, it's sad.
It was brutal. I'm still not over it. I'm not even close.
In Nahant, Massachusetts, JJ's is just the latest in an ongoing saga of man versus nature. Coyotes have become so pervasive on this 1 square mile peninsula that earlier this year, USDA sharpshooters were called in to help control the population. Their task? Kill as many coyotes as safely possible in this thickly settled town.
I think there's something like 600 dogs in Nahant. I mean, people love animals here.
Francine Amari Faulkner runs a local Facebook group, which helps residents keep track of sightings and attacks. No humans here have ever been hurt. Coyotes can be found in every U.S. state except Hawaii. Increasingly, they're making homes in more heavily populated areas where hunting isn't permitted, which makes what's happening on this tiny peninsula a big tale of note for communities nationwide.
We've got coyotes in Boston, Cambridge, Chicago, New York City. They are here and they are not going away.
We first visited Nahant back in January, when those sharpshooters from the USDA were initially called in.
These are from the town.
Residents like Anna Cox showed us the coyote whistle and air horn she carries around for protection.
That's just a piece of PVC pipe I carry.
Carla and Zilly showed us the pipe he carries on walks and the spiked coyote jacket his dog Coco wears to ward off predators. But while the seasons here have changed, it appears not much else has when it comes to coyotes. In an email to Scripps News, a spokesperson for the USDA said after 6 months, they'd only removed 1 coyote. While 1 coyote in 6 months may not sound like much, the USDA says they did exactly what they were asked. All of this appears to have divided the town even further. What are your thoughts on what the USDA did?
I think what the USDA did was really short-sighted, really just a bunch of hunters and the kill mentality.
Do you agree with the sharpshooters?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's at this point, people, if you walk around, you'll see people walking around with baseball bats and hockey sticks to defend themselves if they encounter a coyote.
What's the big takeaway here?
Public education, public awareness, protecting, being smart. The coyotes are going to be here no matter what anybody does.
For now, those USDA sharpshooters are on standby. The agency told Scripps News they'd return if aggressive behavior is reported, leaving residents here to wonder which direction the winds of this town's controversy will shift to next.
People have to learn to coexist.
Chris Conti, Scripps News, Nahant, Massachusetts.